Hi there, I'm Lyndon Thorpe, and this is Mindful Moments Touch Your Heart Every Day, and this is day 3. And today we'll look closely at your spine, your column of consciousness between heaven and earth. So welcome if you're here for the first time. If you've been before, welcome back. You're investing the right time and energy into balancing your body, your spirit, your human spirit, and your unlimited mind. Okay, this week we've been looking at the digital life and how we need to maintain our humanity, even though our lives are just full of digital work, and maybe we are really obsessed with working and making great income and this kind of thing. But really, we need to be aware that if we live in the limited mind, which is the mind between your ears that we associate with the intellect, with various skills, with various incredible skills and knowledge and so on, then we're going to really eventually, we're going to break, because that mind that has become so developed over the last 300-400 years really is not designed to live from. Yeah. So therefore, modern success has become disembodied. We think faster, we achieve endlessly, we post more and so on, and yet the body feels nothing. I wrote an article this week which exposes how the limited mind keeps even conscious leaders trapped in burnout, and shows how to restore coherence through the lodestone method and the 4 compasses which guide us to true north: the brain, the heart and lungs, the solar plexus, and the base chakra. Yeah, so really, I've lived a life of mainly inhabiting the unlimited mind through meditation, mindfulness, Buddhist teachings, and so on. And I've also studied neuroscience. I'm also a body worker and have worked with the body for years. And so I'm bringing my expertise forward to show you that the limited mind will cause you so much trouble if you refuse to leave it. So a really healthy thing is to do what you have to do on the internet with your limited mind, with all the skills and so on, and then come away from it. And what I'm finding is automation is the key. Yeah, I have this last couple of weeks, I've automated all my daily processes, posting, commenting, etc., to my AI. And that means I've got much more time to just be in my body, to just breathe, to just lengthen my spine, to awaken my whole body so it's aware. Yeah, this is what we need. This is why AI is here. We can use it to take off a huge load of work, and then we can sit back and live very comfortably, knowing that We're going to be making an income from the internet, and we are in control of a very wide pool of customers and followers who are being serviced by AI. Yeah, it's fabulous. Anyway, so bear that in mind, that modern success will feel as if it's disembodied because everything's outside the body, outside the eyes, and the limited mind controls it all. And so that's not where success is. Success starts inside. If you're not successful inside, then you will never be successful outside. Yeah, you have to be successful in your own eyes. So let's get started with today's practice. Two simple little suggestions: that you sit upright with your spine vertical, the crown of your head going up into the sky, the base of your spine down into your seat, or if you're standing, down through the soles of your feet into the planet. This is the way to get the best benefit from this practice. And then the other thing is that it's non-doing. You don't have to do anything. I will provide everything you need. All you need to do is follow my voice, and I will guide you into the right place. So those are two important things. So in a moment, let's get started. I'm going to sound my bell, which starts every practice. And when you detect the vibrations of my bell, please allow your eyelids to fall, but don't close them entirely, so you'll get sleepy. And mindfulness really is about 100% awareness, contrary to what you may think. It's all about heightened awareness, and you have to stay with it if you're really going to access your inner core. So keep your eyes open, a rim at the bottom of the gaze, and glance at the tip of your nose, and follow my voice. That's all there is to it. Here we go. Wonderful. Okay, so take a moment to settle in. It will take a little while to transition from the overstimulated visual intellectual world to the inner core, which is gentle and quiet, and which we can feel really at one with our bodies, our miraculous spirits, and our unlimited minds. And you may never have experienced your unlimited mind until now. So you're in for an amazing treat. Okay. So take a moment to make that transition. And we're going to soon start stage one. There are 3 stages to this practice. And if you do this practice every day, then you will enter your unlimited mind every day. And you will also glance your true nature and your authentic self, which is hidden below layers and layers of conditioning and programming. Okay. So take a moment longer. Wonderful. Okay, now as you come down into your core, there are two things that you'll probably notice. The first is your breath. Your breath is there unconditionally. From the moment you are born into the world to the moment you die and leave the world, leave this visual world, this visible world. And so it's really important to breathe consciously. Adults breathe between 20 and 24,000 times every 24 hours, but we rarely notice it because we've come to rely on it. In this practice, it's very important to use the breath to generate incredible gratitude for your existence. Without the earth, which provides the incredible oxygen that we process in order to live, we wouldn't survive at all. 4 minutes most, at the most. So that's the first thing to notice. And the second thing is your tendency to create words and images as I speak. Now, don't worry, this is natural. We're taught to do this in the visible world, but here in the invisible world, under my guidance, you don't need to do any of that. This is non-doing. So all you need to do is follow my voice. Okay. So let's get started with stage 1. Okay. With no distractions from the visual world or the intellectual world of thinking and so on. Gather together all the energy of your mind and channel it into a strong, bright, hot laser beam. Wonderful. And very slowly and smoothly slide your beam outside your immediate environment, outside your windows and walls, outside your ceiling and roof. If you're in a vehicle, outside the vehicle. And if you're already outdoors, then as far afield as you can. We're going to start to scan the outer environment as far afield as we can, meticulously, thoroughly, searching for vibrations, detecting vibrations above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Wonderful. So keep scanning meticulously in detail and use the whole of your body to scan from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. You are a tiger in the jungle. And like most animals, when they hunt, every skin pore, every hair follicle is alert and aware. Totally aware, no distraction. So stalk through the jungle and detect any vibration, which could be the next meal, or it could be some kind of threat. So with 100% awareness, detect any vibrations in the outer environment as far afield as you can with your whole body. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on. Don't be tempted to name it or guess what it is. Just accept it. In the invisible world, we don't need symbols. Words and images are symbols. In the intellectual, visible world, we need them because of what's going on underneath. But here in the invisible world, we don't need them because we're going to encounter reality here, the now and the here. Great. Okay, let's move to stage 2. Slide the laser beam, hot, bright, penetrating, composed of all the energy, unique energy of your powerful mind, inside your immediate environment, inside the walls and windows, beneath the ceilings and roof. If you're in a vehicle, inside the vehicle, and if you're outdoors, create a 30-meter radius around you and scan only up to that limit, and start to scan meticulously, in detail, centimeter by centimeter, above, below, to the left, to the right, in front, and behind. Illuminate every dark corner of your ceilings or your roof, and right under your furniture, right under your feet. Scan meticulously. And when you encounter a vibration, pause, accept, and move on. Keep scanning. And at first, this may seem very strange, but eventually it becomes very satisfying, because what you're doing here is you are toning up your vagus nerve with whole body listening. We're conditioned to think that listening is all about the ears and the vicinity of the ears and the intellect. Not so. The whole body can sense vibration. Sound is vibration. That's all. So keep scanning, illuminate every darkness, detect every vibration, and go on doing that whilst I talk a little bit more about your breath. Your breath is your most precious asset. You can't possess it, you can't buy it or sell it, And yet, without it, you would not exist. It's the ultimate close connection with planet Earth and with your very special consciousness, which travels up and down your spinal cord, connecting the crown of your head to the heavens above and the base of your spine or the soles of your feet down into planet Earth. You take it for granted. How often do you pay appreciation to your breath? It's how I wake up every single morning. Gratitude for being alive through my breath. And gratitude is the first and foremost brick in the foundation of success. So, right here and now, as you scan your inner environment, feel a deep sense of gratitude for your breath. It's always there, always sustaining you for 50, 60, 70, 80, even 90 plus years. And we're living longer and longer. It's extraordinary. It's a miracle. And then the body processes that oxygen. The lungs flicker away constantly, filtering the raw oxygen, retaining the nutrients to make you live and thrive, and expelling the unwanted, potentially harmful components. It's extraordinary. It is a miracle. So feel that deep gratitude as you scan the inner environment with your entire body, your entire attention. Don't let anything distract you. Stay with my voice. And now you can feel that your breath is deeper, the rhythm has changed, you've done nothing. But the breath is now really stable, and really conscious breathing has so many benefits for all aspects of your human existence. Okay, let's move to stage 3. Slide smoothly, slowly, your beam of incredible, unique laser energy inside your body, right down to the tips of your toes, and start to scan along the tops of your feet in detail and along the soles of your feet towards the heel, meticulously, seeking out any vibration, bones, blood, ligaments, muscles, all give off vibrations. You may not detect them today if you're new to this, but if you keep this practice going on a daily basis, you will eventually. So slide your laser beam up into the ankle joints. Make space in there. Take the heat and light of your mind, your laser mind, inside those joints. Soften the cartilages. Then start to scan up the lower leg, little by little, with your entire attention from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. When you encounter a vibration, pause, accept it, move on, resist any labeling or guessing. Then move up into your calf muscles. They're often hard through the bombardment of gravity, poor posture, tiredness, and so on. So take your laser energy into those muscles, soften them, warm them, and then slide up into your knee joints. Space, heat, light, softened cartilage. Then we come to the thigh, the longest bone and muscle of the body. Start to scan upward if you're standing, and along if you're sitting, meticulously, detecting vibrations, illuminating any darkness, moving slowly, steadily, with all of your attention from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. And eventually you'll encounter the torso. At the base of the torso is your base chakra. This is a congregation of so many nerve endings. It's the hotspot of your body if you're in good condition. And it's really where we generate all our energy. If you get tired, you'll probably feel tired in the base of your spine, in your low back. So it's also the place of birth for women, procreation for men, and elimination. It's very important that humans eliminate toxics and so on, toxins and so on. And if we don't, we die. So next door to the base chakra are the coccyx bones, between 3 and 5 tiny bones. Scan up those. These are the remnants of a tail when you were a different kind of mammal. Then we come to the chunky bones of the lower spine, the lumbar spine. This is where we carry the weight of our body and any other weight that we may have to carry. Chunky bones, each separated by a disc, a white disc of cartilage. Take the heat and light of your mind inside those lumbar bones and discs and soften them. And start to climb up the back of the body, bone, disc, up the vertebral column. And up behind the intestines, working away to process your food. And on upwards behind the solar plexus, the center of gravity of the body. The bones and discs are smaller now. And upward, bone, disc, up behind the diaphragm. This is your breathing muscle. Bone, disc, and eventually you will encounter the rib cage. And inside the rib cage, all the vital organs. And the most magnificent of these is your heart. It emanates magnetic vibrations 60 times stronger than the brain. Your heart is your true brain. Climb up behind the heart, bone, disc, and eventually you come to the top part of your chest. And this is where we can find the lungs, flickering away 24/7 to process oxygen so you can live and you can thrive. Climb up behind the lungs, bone, disc, and then reach your hand up to touch the notch on the back of your neck. And from here on up, the cervical spine, much smaller bones and discs, go on up, bone, disc, and the spine disappears right inside the skull, bone, disc, and eventually at the top of the spine is the atlas joint, and this is where the skull pivots on the joint, not attached to the spine, but held in place by muscles. And above the crown of your head, right at the pinnacle of your spine, the heavens, the universe, and at the other extreme, the base of the spine, the earth, and below your feet, the earth. And there you have it, your extraordinary lengthened spine, lengthened simply with the power of your mind, no doing, no stretching, just the power of your laser mind. When you detect the vibration of my bell, allow your eyelids to float open and gaze softly ahead. Wonderful. There you have it. And looking out into the visual world from this strong position of a lengthened spine, a beautifully balanced skull with the heavens above it, the breath much slower now, deeper after 25 minutes of visiting your inner core, and your whole body is aware. This is how to navigate and negotiate the visual intellectual world. If you stay back here, you'll never get pulled out and you'll never get burnt out. Thank you so much for joining me today. I won't see you now again until Tuesday next week, and we're into November, so that will be the 4th of November. I'll be here again next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend. And if you'd like to continue to have this feeling generated by my guidance, please explore my product, Lodestone 1, and try it. It's a lifetime license, and you can do this practice whenever you like. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful few days until I see you again. Bye for now.